Shot and killed after a deadly fight erupted in front of Monaco Hookah Lounge. Two men approached King Von and his group in the parking lot, and an argument ensued. The argument quickly escalating to a shootout between the two groups.
They said it was over. They closed the case. They moved on. But what if they were wrong? What if the story we were told, the narrative that dominated the headlines, was only a fraction of the truth? Tonight we delve into the shadows, into the final hours of a young legend, a lyrical force whose words painted vivid pictures of a life lived on the edge. We've unearthed never before seen footage, chilling last moments that cast a new light on the events that unfolded. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew. Prepare to witness the raw, unfiltered reality. Prepare for the untold story, the evidence they tried to bury. The last footage of King Von alive changes everything. The name King Von still echoes through the hip-hop world, a stark reminder of talent lost too soon and a life cut short by violence. His raw storytelling, vivid depictions of Chicago street life, and undeniable charisma captivated millions. Tracks like Crazy Story, Took Her to the O, and All These Niggas weren't just songs. They were windows into a world rarely seen with such unflinching honesty. His debut album, Welcome to O Block, solidified his place as a major force in the rap scene, showcasing a lyrical prowess and narrative ability that set him apart. Born Davin. Bennett in Chicago, King Von's early life was marked by hardship and the constant realities of street violence. These experiences became the fuel for his music, blending an authenticity and gravity that resonated deeply with his audience. He spoke of survival, loyalty, and the ever-present dangers of his environment with a directness that was both compelling and unsettling. His music was—
Tim killed King Von. I think it's the same thing like Butter doesn't want to say Von killed KI. I think there's the O-Block guys. There's this thing in Chicago, people don't want to give the killer credit for killing their homie.
Well, it's not about getting credit. The police actually dropped the charges against Tim. So it doesn't matter who says what. And there's video footage.
Yeah, but I personally think if you will look at the footage, it's clear that Tim's shooting up Von. And then you can see, the thing is, so bear in mind, I've made so many different videos about this situation. I've upscaled the video, slowed it down, zoomed in. You can actually see in the video, you can see the police car, you can see the blue lights on top of the police car at the top of the frame, and you see—
It wasn't always easy to listen to, but it was undeniably real. His rise in the music industry was meteoric, signed to Lil Durk's Only the Family, OTF label. He quickly gained a dedicated fan base drawn to his unique storytelling and powerful delivery. Collaborations with established artists further amplified his reach, and his live performances were known for their energy and intensity. King Von was more than just a rapper. He was a voice for a generation that understood the struggles he articulated so vividly. However, the shadow of his past always loomed large. Entanglements with the law and the ever-present threat of violence were realities that even his burgeoning success couldn't entirely erase. This context is crucial to understanding the events that transpired in Atlanta on that fateful night in November 2020. The details surrounding King Von's death have been widely reported, yet the narrative often felt incomplete, pieced together from fragmented eyewitness accounts and official statements. The generally accepted sequence of events involves an altercation outside a nightclub in Atlanta, a confrontation that quickly escalated into gunfire. Initial reports painted a chaotic scene with multiple individuals injured. The news that King Von was among those shot sent shockwaves through the music industry and his fan base. Now, new information has surfaced, specifically last footage that purports to show King Von in the moments leading up to the incident. The emergence of such footage has understandably ignited a fresh wave of speculation and scrutiny surrounding the events of that night, while the exact nature and source of this footage remain subjects of intense discussion.
Well, you pull out and you shoot 4 times.
Yeah, the gun jammed.
Oh, the gun jammed?
Yeah.
After the 4th shot?
Probably like the 3rd shot.
Okay. But after you start shooting, all hell breaks loose. There were off-duty cops in the area, and they start shooting.
Right.
You end up getting shot twice?
Discussion and verification within online communities and among those close to the situation. Its potential impact on the established narrative is significant. If this footage captures King Von's demeanor, interactions, and the immediate environment before the altercation, it could offer invaluable insights that previous accounts lacked. might shed light on the tensions that were present, the individuals involved, and perhaps even hint at the sequence of events that led to the tragic outcome. The absence of a comprehensive and unbiased visual record has always been a point of contention for those seeking a clearer understanding of what truly happened. It's important to approach such newly emerged footage with a critical eye. The authenticity, context, and completeness of the video must be carefully evaluated. In an era of deepfakes and manipulated media, verifying the source and integrity of any such material is paramount. However, if authenticated, this footage could serve as a crucial piece of the puzzle, potentially corroborating or contradicting existing accounts and offering a more nuanced understanding of the circumstances surrounding King Von's death. King Von's own words, often delivered with a chilling matter-of-factness, provide a crucial lens through which to understand the world he inhabited and the dangers he faced. In various interviews and even within his music, he spoke candidly about the realities of street life, the ever-present threat of violence, and the importance of loyalty within his circle. In my neighborhood, it's like you gotta always be aware of your surroundings. He once stated in an interview, "You never know what's gonna happen. You could be walking down the street and something just pops off. You gotta be ready." This constant state of
That after Tim shoots up Von, like that's happened, that's done and over with. Slutty and Louis try and execute Tim on the ground. You can see the gun jams, they're not getting anything out of it. They then run around the SUV, but as they get around the other side of the SUV, you can see two cops get out of that car and start shooting at Slutty and Louis who are running past them. So it's clear to me that Tim was the one that shot up Von, because that happens before the police thing pops off, right? And the police only really activate themselves after shots start firing. Like once Tim's shots are fired, like Tim gets hit and then he falls to the ground and they're trying to kill Tim. You know, like if you slow it down and you look at the right parts, like I could point it out, but it's like
of alert, a hyper-awareness born from his environment was a recurring theme in his narratives. He also spoke about the weight of his past and the difficulty of escaping the cycles of violence. "It ain't easy to just walk away from all that," he admitted. "It's like it's in your blood. You try to do better, but sometimes the streets pull you back in." This internal conflict, the desire for a better future, weighed against the ingrained realities of his past, added another layer of complexity to his persona and his music. Regarding loyalty, King Von often emphasized its paramount importance within his social circles. "Loyalty is everything," he asserted. "Without that, you ain't got nothing. Your boys are all you got in this world." This deep-seated emphasis on loyalty, while a positive value in many contexts, can also contribute to conflict and escalation in environments where disputes are often settled through violence. The emergence of this last footage takes on even greater significance when viewed through the prism of King Von's own words and the world he described. Could this footage offer visual confirmation of the tensions and dynamics he often rapped about? Could it provide clues about the specific circumstances that led to the fatal encounter? These are the questions that are now being raised as this new piece of information comes to light. The aftermath of King Von's death was marked by widespread grief among his fans and peers. Tributes poured in from across the music industry, highlighting his talent and the potential that was tragically cut short. His music continued to resonate, with posthumous releases further cementing his legacy. However, the legal proceedings and the ongoing discussions surrounding the events of that night have remained.
Right.
What parts of the body?
I get shot in my right hip bone, and I get shot on my ass. It go in and out though.
Okay, so this is now the second time you've gotten shot.
Yeah, that's the second time I done got shot.
Are you more calm about it this time since you've gone through it before?
Yeah, because like the first time I got shot, I didn't even have a panic attack. I was calm. So it's like this time, I knew like do the same thing.
A sensitive and often contentious topic. Several individuals were arrested and charged. In connection with the incident, the legal process has been lengthy and complex, with various hearings and developments reported over time. The pursuit of justice for King Von has been a significant concern for his family, friends, and fans, and the emergence of new evidence, such as this alleged last footage, could potentially have implications for the ongoing legal proceedings. It is crucial to reiterate the importance of due process and the presumption of innocence for all individuals involved. The legal system is designed to establish facts and determine guilt or innocence based on evidence presented in court. Public speculation and online commentary, while understandable given the high-profile nature of the case, should not prejudice the legal process. However, the public's desire for a complete and accurate understanding of what happened on that night remains strong. The last footage, if verified, could provide a more comprehensive picture than has been available through witness testimony testimonies and official reports alone. It could potentially clarify ambiguities, resolve conflicting accounts, and offer a clearer timeline of events leading up to the shooting. The impact of such footage could be multifaceted. For investigators and legal teams, it might provide crucial visual evidence that either supports or contradicts existing theories about the altercation. It could help to identify key individuals, understand their actions, and potentially shed light on the motivations behind the violence. For the public, the footage could offer a more visceral and direct connection to the events of that night. Seeing King Von in his final moments could evoke a range of emotions and
to sort of like think logically or rationally or in such a way that you could avoid getting caught or whatever. He didn't have those concerns.
I feel like once you kill before and you know what you could do to a person, it makes you like feel invincible in certain situations, and then you're forgetting that people are humans just like you. If
you like did your first boxing match and you won, you gonna do another one.
Potentially shift perceptions about the incident. It's important to consider the ethical implications of releasing and viewing such sensitive material, particularly for those closest to the deceased. The dissemination of such footage in the digital age also raises important questions about privacy, the spread of potentially inflammatory content, and the responsibility of individuals and platforms in sharing such material. While the desire for information and understanding is natural, it must be balanced with respect for the individuals involved and the integrity of any ongoing investigations. Ultimately, the significance of this last footage will depend on its authenticity, content, and the context in which it is viewed. It provides credible and previously unseen information about the moments leading up to King Von's death. It has the potential to reshape our understanding of this tragic event. It could offer new insights into the circumstances, the individuals involved, and perhaps even the underlying factors that contributed to the violence. As the details surrounding this footage continue to emerge, it is crucial to approach the information with a balanced and critical perspective. Relying on verified sources and avoiding speculation is essential in ensuring a responsible and informed understanding of this sensitive situation. The quest for truth and justice in the case of King Von continues, and this newly surfaced footage may represent a significant step forward in that pursuit. The world watches, waiting to see what this new evidence will reveal and how it will impact the ongoing narrative of a life and a career that ended far too soon. The echoes of his voice and the questions surrounding his final moments continue to resonate.
You feel me? Without the diamonds of my brother, oh cap.
Well, Traplo Ross dropped the King Von Rap's First Serial Killer documentary. And I just interviewed him. Now, he went through the whole situation. What he said was when people were getting killed that Von was allegedly tied to, a couple minutes later or
a testament to the profound impact of King Von on the music world and beyond. The story is far from over. The truth, like shadows in the night, often hides just beyond our grasp. This last footage, it demands our attention. It compels us to look closer, to question what we thought we knew. If you want to stay informed, if you want to be part of the ongoing search for answers, then make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Don't miss out on the latest updates and exclusive insights. Subscribe now and join the conversation. Answer: the last footage of King Von alive before being killed has indeed ignited a significant wave of discussion and speculation. King Von, born Davin Bennett, was a prominent figure in the hip-hop scene, known for his raw and authentic storytelling about the realities of street life in Chicago. His music, characterized by tracks like Crazy Story and Took Her to the O, resonated with a large audience due to its unflinching honesty and vivid narratives. His debut album, Welcome to O Block, further solidified his position as a talented and influential artist within the genre. King Von's rise in the music industry under Lil Durk's OTF label was rapid, marked by a dedicated fan base and collaborations with notable artists. However, his past and the environment he came from were never far behind, often becoming central themes in his music and a stark backdrop to his burgeoning career. The tragic events of November 2020 in Atlanta, where he was fatally shot during an altercation outside a nightclub, sent shockwaves through the music world, while initial reports and subsequent legal proceedings have
of King Von killing all these people. And it's just like person after person. I don't know whether any of it's true. I haven't actually watched it.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. YouTube And all these people who think they know about all this shit don't know what the fuck they talking about. If you wasn't a part of this realm, you just like the motherfuckers on YouTube. All these motherfuckers be talking people now, you don't know what the fuck happened, bro.
Provided a framework of what occurred. The emergence of alleged last footage of King Von alive has introduced a new element of intrigue and potential reevaluation of the events. The specifics of this footage, its source, content, and authenticity are currently subjects of intense scrutiny and discussion. If verified, such footage could offer a more direct and potentially unbiased perspective on the moments leading up to the altercation, possibly shedding light on the dynamics, tensions, and individuals involved in the lead up to the fatal incident. King Von's own words, often reflecting the harsh realities he faced, provide a crucial context for understanding the potential significance of this footage. In interviews, he frequently spoke about the need for constant vigilance in his environment, the difficulty of escaping the cycles of violence, and the paramount importance of loyalty within his social circles. These themes permeated his music and offered a glimpse into a world where conflict and danger were ever present. His statements, such as the necessity of being always aware of your surroundings and the struggle to just walk away from all that, underscore the complexities of his life and the potential for volatile situations to arise quickly. His emphasis on loyalty, while a valued trait, could also contribute to the escalation of conflicts in certain contexts. The emergence of this last footage could potentially offer visual corroboration of the environment and interactions King Von often described. It might provide clues about the specific circumstances that preceded the altercation, offering a clearer picture than solely relying on fragmented eyewitness accounts. However, it is imperative to approach such
friends as well.
One of my friends, my cellmate. Why, I was my cellmate before I got out. That was my cellmate, Vlad. Slutty was. That was my cellmate, man. Last conversation I had with him before he left out, man, is don't hang around them dudes, man. All them dying. I was in the cell. Hey, look, we was same deck, everything. T-Roy died. HK died. We was in there together. Brick died. We was in there together. You hear me? Like, he patting my back, he crying, and I'm patting his back, and then it came time for me to cry when Brick got killed and Kobe got killed. You know what I'm saying? We was together, bro. That's my boy.
Footage with caution, ensuring its authenticity and considering the context in which it was recorded. The digital age presents challenges in verifying the integrity of media, making critical evaluation of the source and content paramount. The aftermath of King Von's death involved widespread mourning and tributes from the music community and his fans. The legal proceedings against those allegedly involved have been ongoing, highlighting the complexities of the case and the desire for justice. The introduction of new evidence, such as this purported last footage, could have implications for these legal processes, potentially offering new perspectives or corroborating existing testimonies. It is essential to uphold the principles of due process and the presumption of innocence for all individuals involved in the legal proceedings. Public interest in the case is high, but it is crucial to allow the legal system to operate based on verified evidence presented in court rather than relying solely on public speculation. Nevertheless, the public's interest in understanding the full circumstances surrounding King Von's death is understandable. The last footage, if authentic and comprehensive, could contribute significantly to this understanding by providing a visual record that transcends potentially biased or incomplete verbal accounts. It could help clarify the sequence of events, identify key individuals present, and potentially offer insights into the motivations that led to the tragic outcome. The impact of such footage could extend beyond the legal realm. For King Von's family and friends, viewing his final moments could be deeply emotional and potentially offer a sense of closure or raise further questions. Ethically, the release
And like stay calm and just make sure I get to the hospital.
Okay, so a shootout now happens. And a lot of people are starting to get hit. So King Von had a guy named Slutty. He gets killed by the police. King Von's manager, 100K, Track.
and consumption of such sensitive material warrant careful consideration, balancing the public's right to information with the privacy and emotional well-being of those directly affected. The digital dissemination of such footage also raises broader societal questions. About privacy in public spaces, the rapid spread of potentially sensitive content online, and the responsibilities of individuals and platforms in sharing such material. While the desire for information is strong, it must be tempered with ethical considerations and a commitment to responsible reporting. In conclusion, the emergence of last footage of King Von alive represents a potentially significant development in understanding the circumstances surrounding his death. Its true impact will depend on its authenticity, content, and the context in which it is analyzed. If verified, it could offer crucial visual evidence that either supports or challenges existing narratives, potentially providing a more comprehensive picture of the events of that tragic night. The details continue to unfold. A critical and balanced approach to the information is essential, respecting both the pursuit of truth and the sensitivities of all those affected by this loss. The legacy of King Von and the questions surrounding his final moments continue to hold the attention of many, underscoring the profound impact of his life and the tragic circumstances of his death. King Von's posthumous career underscores the enduring power of his artistry and the strategic management of his unreleased material. The announcement of a new album in April 2025, built upon a substantial archive of over 300 tracks, speaks volumes about the creative output he amassed during his short but impactful.
Gonna do another one.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you do your first boxing match and you get brutally knocked out and you get a concussion, and then you do another one and you get knocked out, you're probably gonna be like, oh, fuck this. He fucking started killing people
They got away with it.
and got away with it. Felt like it was easy as fuck. I don't know if he was necessarily like mega talented at it or if he just got lucky, but then he decided, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like when they talk about like ISIS and shit, but there'll be certain people in ISIS who like really believe this.
Impactful life. The continued traction of his music among fans is a testament to the raw authenticity and compelling narratives that defined his work. This careful curation and release of his unreleased songs not only keeps his musical legacy alive, but also allows his artistic vision to continue to reach and influence a wider audience. It's a poignant reminder of the potential that was lost, and a celebration of the lasting impact of his unique voice in the hip-hop landscape. The tragic circumstances of King Von's death undeniably amplified the existing tensions between Lil Durk's OTF, often referred to as F, and NBA Youngboy's 4KT. The escalation of this beef into a series of diss tracks and thinly veiled threats in the public sphere served as a stark reminder of the real-world consequences of such rivalries. The subsequent violence, including the alleged retaliatory murder of Quando Rondo's cousin, brought the conflict to a devastating new level. The fact that Lil Durk now faces federal charges further complicates this already volatile situation, highlighting the intersection of music, street life, and the legal system. This ongoing feud serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of escalating conflicts within the music industry and the tragic human cost of such animosity. In the vacuum of definitive answers and amidst the intense emotion surrounding King Von's death, a multitude of speculative theories and alternative narratives have emerged online. These theories, often fueled by conjecture and unverified information, range from accusations of premeditation and betrayal within King Von's inner circle to controversial claims.
The cops jump out and then they start shooting at Slightly and Louis, and that's at the sort of top left of the frame. And then obviously what ends up happening there, you know, Slightly loses his life, Louis gets shot in the head. But, you know, that video is crazy. There's so much going on, but if you slow it down and you know where to look, you can see everything that's going on and this sort of play-by-play of what's going on. It's messed up, but it's like I've painstakingly looked over it, and I personally think it's obvious that Tim killed Von, and I would completely understand, like, how are you not going to beat that self-defense case? Like, this guy and his friends who were armed, because the cops shot and killed somebody who was armed, they were attacking us.
Claims such as those made by Asian Doll suggesting police involvement in the shooting. While none of these theories have been officially substantiated, their prevalence within online communities underscores the deep skepticism and desire for a more complete understanding of the events. The lack of concrete evidence and the high-profile nature of the case have created fertile ground for speculation, highlighting the challenges of discerning truth from rumor in the digital age. King Von's life story is a compelling narrative of both redemption and tragedy. His journey from incarceration to achieving mainstream success as a rapper is a testament to his talent and determination to transcend his past. His music often grappled with the realities of his former life, offering a raw and unfiltered perspective on the struggles he faced and the environment he navigated. His untimely death at the age of 26 not only represents a profound loss for the hip-hop community, depriving it of a uniquely gifted storyteller, it also serves as a stark reminder of the pervasive nature of violence within certain segments of the music culture. Von's story has undeniably sparked important conversations within the industry and among fans regarding themes of loyalty, survival, and the complex legacies left behind by artists whose lives are tragically cut short by violence. It forces a critical examination of the systemic issues that contribute to such tragedies and the ongoing impact on the music and the communities it reflects. If you found this information insightful and want to stay updated on the latest developments and untold stories, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more in-depth analyses and exclusive content.